Did you go to school? If so, for how long?
Don't you think I've been to school? Yeah, I had 2 years correspondence course, then 3 years, 4 years at another school.
Okay. How many students and teachers did you have at your school?
About 25 students and one teacher.
How big was the building?
I never measured it, but probably 10 yards, 12 yards square. Small.
How far away from home was the school?
It was about 4.5 miles.
Have you got any interesting stories?
Oh yes, we used to get the cane.
Did you ever get it?
Oh yes, I had one or two. Yeah, we used to share them around.
Did you do anything else?
Yeah, we dipped the girls' plats in the inkwells. I forget that's what happened. They used to look a funny colour.
Okay, transportation. What did you usually use for transport?
An old horse called Billy. Oh, there were some other horses too, but the first one was called Billy.
Do you remember your family's first car?
Yes, it was a Ford T. Probably 1924, 25 model.
How much different is transportation now?
Yeah, well, it's still motor cars mainly, but they're a lot faster and better. And better roads, and of course you got aeroplanes. Some people fly aeroplanes.
What was the speed of your car?
Yeah, well, I think it was 75, but I never tried it that fast. Yep.
Where would you usually go? Like what distances?
Oh, we used to go to Katanninga in the car, but we used to go to Perth and Albany occasionally.
Have you got any stories?
Yeah, the car was polished up and I wasn't supposed to touch it because I might scratch the paint. I can remember that.
Okay, food. What did your main meals consist of?
Oh, we had meat and vegetables, a fair bit of mutton, mostly vegetables we grew on the farm, and fruit we grew on the farm.
So you got most of your food from home? Like, did you use the meat from home or did you buy it at town?
No, it was always off the farm. Sometimes there was rabbits, sometimes mainly mutton, sometimes piggy.
How many meals would you have per day?
Well, half a dozen, but here's 3 mainly.
Do you have any stories?
Any what? Can't remember anything special. I can remember not eating it one time. Mum told me I'd have to eat it. I would give a building or something. I forget anyway. I had to eat it before I left the table.
What about when you used to get around on a motorbike?
Okay, farming.
Motorbike, when you left the motorbike on the
When did you start working there?
14.
Probably when I left school, about 14. We used to work on the farm before that, but yeah.
Were horses very important?
Horses? Yes, horses were the most important things. The only way of transportation one time, horses.
How many did you usually have?
Oh, we had about 16 altogether. There was an 8-horse team. Sometimes 2 or 3 you could ride and put in the cart. And 12, 14, 16.
Were there any dramatic changes?
Oh yes, when the motor carts came and the tractors came, the tractor was a heck of a lot easier to work, and then a lot of horses with a lot of work.
What machines did you have?
Well, we had a 4-furrow plough, a 8-furrow plough, and a 10-furrow plough, and a 16 disc combine. They were all up to date those days, but not now.
World War II. Did you go?
Oh yes.
What area?
Well, I trained in Ernest quite a while, and I went to the Middle East, and there we met the Germans. They were 40 or 50 miles from the Suez Canal, and we used our 4 or 5-inch guns on them for 1,000 5-inch guns for nearly a week, and they turned around and ran away.
So, for how long were you fighting?
Yeah, well, I was 3 or 4 years altogether. We came back and went to New Guinea, and we had Japs up there to fight, and we chased them out of New Guinea.
Were you prepared for war?
Oh, I trained in Northern for a while, and I went to Ernest and trained, but not very much. No, I hadn't had any army training before that.
Have you got any interesting stories?
Yes, in New Guinea once I had to get across a river, and I got the telephone box across. There was the only one I got across. I was in the signallers most of the time. We used to carry little portable wirelesses on our back some of the time, and telephones, and we used walkie-talkies up in New Guinea. They were handy, easy to carry. We used motorbikes in Ernest. I used motorbikes, and one day I was going along and just turned straight around and went the other way. It was a bit slippery.
Other? What would you do on your holidays? Where would you go?
Oh, we had holidays in Almas, as we do nowadays, but we did have holidays in Perth. Sometimes we'd go down to Como, the beach down at Como. Auntie Winnie used to take us down there. The trams used to go down there at one time. It's South Perth.
Overall, what have you noticed that has changed a lot since you were a child?
It's about everything you could think of. We never had fridges or washing machines, and there's a lot of things everybody uses nowadays. We never had them.
Did you make a lot of your own entertainment?
Oh yes, we used to play games at night time, all sorts of games. And yeah, we did develop a bit of photography. We used to take the films out and run them through and develop your own films.
Do you think it's better nowadays?
Well, just about luxury nowadays, nothing to do at all. They're just plain lazy people.
Thank you, Grandpa.